fully aware of African American history and its profound impact on society. For those who have had the opportunity to review the events and tragedies over the past few months, and essentially for centuries before that, there is no question why such reforms are essential to ensuring that the youth of today are equipped with the knowledge, background, and history to change systems, traditions, and mindsets. It was at the founding rally of the Organization of Afro American Unity in June 1964 that Malcolm X delivered a speech. And in it, he said that education is an important element in the struggle for human rights. It is the means to help our children and our people rediscover their identity and thereby increase their self respect. He went on to say that education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. And 56 years later, it is clear to me that the next generation of leaders must have a grasp of America's entire history. This is the only way the mistakes of the past are not perpetuated, and the only way to prevent generations of trauma, poverty, and incarceration. Now more than ever, while the youth are leading powerful and substantive movements across our Commonwealth and our nation, it is incumbent upon the Virginia Department of Education and individual school divisions to incorporate African American history into the fabric of all curriculum and to tear down any barriers to an equitable education. Moving forward, we can no longer allow for a single narrative to drive our education and curriculum. As my peers alluded to in the Commissioner's Norfolk listening session, this is not content that can be taught through slideshow presentations and outdated literature. It must include robust discussions that will allow students to think critically and become engineers of excellence. During a time like this, it matters who educates the younger generation, how they teach them, and the standard by which they educate. While the Commission's recommendations present a way forward, as they are implemented, there is absolutely no space available for misrepresentations, comparisons between two separate marginalized groups, or using certain communities as examples without explaining the full realm and opportunities provided, or lack thereof within the community described. Professional development is necessary. However, professional development alone will not be sufficient for teachers to completely comprehend the experiences of Black and Brown students. The road to a curriculum and professional development that equips teachers to highlight voices long excluded from history is long, but will ultimately benefit all students. And ultimately, these changes should provide both educators and students the knowledge, insight, and motivation to identify the mistakes of the past and create long-lasting, meaningful change in society that will transform the world for generations. Thank you.
Thank you. Really well put, Myles. That was great. For the next two parts of our agenda, the actual reports, I'm going to turn